My name is Dr. Nikki Doherty. I am a physical therapist and client of the clinic, and I live in Denver, Colorado. Before I started working with Kore Regenerative Medicine, I worked with Dr. Quinn as a clinician. I typically would refer patients for both regenerative medicine and support from an osteopathic standpoint. I've been working with her for over 10 years. Insofar as client of Kore Regenerative Medicine, I had the opportunity to get both PRP injections into both of my hips, and I did a full ketamine series. What I would say about the injections is basically it repaired the labral injuries that I had. I had no symptoms afterwards. And the second time I had an injury, I couldn't walk. So she made a huge difference. In 3 days, I was better. I believe in the regenerative medicine that she does. I think it can help a large number of impairments, and I just can't say enough about it. Insofar as the ketamine treatment, Dr. Quinn recommended it might be something that I could do, and I used it. I have a mental illness, and I used it to support my mental illness. And what I will say is I was so surprised how I was able to work through my psyche and cut traumatic wounds and layers throughout every portion of my psyche. And the second time I did the treatment, I literally was able to fill all of those voids with love. And it sounds a little out there, but it literally also has changed my life. So I highly recommend the ketamine treatment. It really has made a difference for me. I think Kore Regenerative Medicine is very special. Not only does the clinic offer very specific one-on-one care, which is something I don't always see with providers I work with simply because of the demand with insurance. Dr. Quinn really does go above and beyond to understand and know the patient and not just the impairment or injury. As far as being a client, I would say I think the setting was so comforting and loving, and so I felt safe to be vulnerable for the ketamine treatments. I can't say enough about how intimate and special it was, and it made the experience really wonderful. I haven't had other experiences with that medication, but I will say compared to stories I've heard with other people, it was really a wonderful experience. Since working with Kore Regenerative Medicine, I am back running and skiing and cycling and doing all the things that I needed and loved to do prior to the injuries. And insofar as the ketamine treatment, I just have more balance. I have more ease in the way I approach the world. I feel like I'm a better mother and a better spouse and somebody that works with other people. And I think I just take more pause in every aspect of my life to really be pragmatic about the way I show up in the world. Since working with Kore Regenerative Medicine, I feel like I am not limited by my body or my age, and that my body is no more against me, but that I can have some agency around my body and what I do with my body. And I can't say enough about the ketamine treatments. It's life-changing, and I feel like my approach to the world and in the world is so much more beautiful and stable. I wanted to say thank you so much to Dr. Quinn. Not only have you helped me and changed my life clinically and professionally, but also as someone that I adore. You are a spectacular person, both inside and out, and you're the best clinician I've ever known. And I tell you that every time I see you. So thank you so much to Kore Regenerative Medicine for making my life better in so many ways. I recommend Kore Regenerative Medicine and Dr. Quinn's team and Dr. Quinn for any sort of cartilage, tendinous injury. If you feel like surgery seems scary or not a thing you want to approach or do, I highly recommend getting a consultation from the team to see if you are a good candidate for some sort of treatment, whether it be PRP or stem cell treatment.